How many of you out there have hesitated to have conversation with somebody because you thought it was going to go bad, because you were projecting out it was going to be a negative outcome? You hesitate to address those issues. But by doing so, you allow that to fester and grow. You have the one person you need to address a problem with, and if you don't, it undermines the entire team. You've got to be willing to have those tough conversations. You've got to be willing to call somebody in the office and say, hey, look, I'm having an issue with this. But on the flip side of it, you as a supervisor, manager, or leader, you've got to be willing to have somebody come to you and say, Lieutenant, this is a mess. Lieutenant, that was wrong. I've had a number of people in my lifetime in the leadership positions I've had call me out. We have got to be willing to take those tough conversations. Well, we as leaders have got to be able to hear those challenges to it. I've found in some situations, in some organizations, they they belittle people. They put them in check. It is my way. I'm large and in charge. It's going to be my way. But if you ask the team and you come up with ideas within the team on better ways to improve, and if you're willing to listen, that was a mistake, or we can do this better, or we considered that. Prime example for me was in Y2K. Yeah, I'm going back a while here. A patrol deputy, and they put me all the way out east. I didn't know where I was at. The sun went down. I didn't know which way was northeast, south, or west. I had no idea. They say you go down here to the stump, take a right, you go down to the third gate, and you go take a left, and that's where you need to be. But I took the time to address it with a lieutenant. Didn't change anything, but you've got to be willing to say, hey, have we considered this? But if an employee is doing it, it should be the same thing with you as leaders. If you're trying to coach and develop somebody, don't go in and chew them out. Don't go in there and say, you screwed up. Why didn't you do it this way? Prime example, somebody comes in and they make an error. To me, a mistake is something that is you can't recover from, or that an error you keep repeating. So somebody makes an error, poor judgment, poor decision. We have often seen somebody goes in and jumps all over them, just dumps on them. Be willing to stop and say, take a breath, take a walk before you go see that person. And then ask them, can you please walk me through your thought process? Walk me through the steps you took to address this. How did you come to this conclusion? How did it end up being this way? You've got to be willing to have those questions. But on the same token, you've got to be willing to coach and mentor others to do the same with you, to come in and ask you questions. And you, as a leader, have got to be willing to keep your mouth shut and do not shut them down. You will build more trust with the team by allowing them to call you out and take ownership for it. Okay? Take care. Have a good day.